Hey everybody.
Hey guys.
Dr. Ben and
Snugs.
We are here to do our episode review of episode 3 of season 2.
Pickle Rick!
Pickle Rick. Okay, this was heavily advertised.
Of course. I mean,
we had no idea what the hell was going on, which is typical Rick and Morty.
We just knew he was a pickle.
We just knew that Rick turned himself into a pickle.
Guaranteed.
Before you watched this episode, what were you thinking?
So we all knew about Pickle Rick. Just the whole he turned himself into a pickle.
Yeah.
I honestly thought the episode was going to be they are figuring out how to turn him back or something, or where that was what the whole point of the episode was.
Yeah.
Not that he was going to solve it all himself on an epic pickle adventure while the rest of them did something on the side.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody kind of knew, he's going to be a pickle. They're going to find out a way to get him to not be a pickle.
Right.
But I definitely did not predict the series of events.
No, I thought that it was just going to be another thing where it was what's it called?
An awesome fight choreography with the rats.
I thought that it was going to be another thing like Tiny Rick, where it was going to be very meme heavy and just a gimmick, and the whole internet actually thought it was going to be like that too.
Mm-hmm.
They thought it was just going to be Pickle Rick. He was just going to keep saying it the whole episode, and eventually he has to figure out how to not be a pickle anymore. But then we get into the crux of the episode where first Beth takes away the serum.
That's so funny. And she just snips the thing and takes it. Hey, what are you doing?
And seeing the contraption that he built so he could deliver the serum into himself. I kept my eye on that, and I was I like that. I want to see more of this. I didn't think that I was going to see it throughout the remainder of the episode.
Oh, a weird Goldberg machine type thing,
MacGyver thing.
Yeah.
So he gets soaked in all this water, and then he gets flung into the
sewers.
Into the sewers. And now I'm thinking, okay, the rest of the episode is just him fighting his way out of the sewer and just figuring it out. But how's he going to do that? I want to preface this, that when I was watching this episode, I had Tylenol PM in me, and I thought that I was dreaming. Instead, I'm watching, and I see that he bites himself, making himself bleed brine.
Get some of this sweet brine!
To lure a cockroach over to him. And he bites down on the cockroach, and then he opens up their skull, and then he puts the tongue on the primary motor cortex to make it move, and that's when it all clicked for me, and I was I love the direction that this episode is going.
I like it. He just climbs on the back and just starts licking, and the wings come out, and then the feet just start going.
This is the Rick Sanchez that I prescribe to, 100%. And then you just see the way that he had built this whole situation where he has basically become John Wick / Jason Bourne.
And he's got the screw shooting things and the razor blades popping out.
Seeing all the contraptions and everything like that was awesome. It was definitely the most violent episode.
Like Renee said, the choreographed fight scene with the rats. That wasn't the most violent episode of all time.
The writers have all said that it definitely is.
No, there's no way, dude.
It definitely
the Purge
is.
Episode was more violent, and also the one where the one where they kill the people and they're skating in their blood and doing the dance when they it's still the Purge episode at the end. Not only are they killing all each other during the Purge, at the very end, when Rick and that girl are literally just doing genocide on the ruling class.
I don't know.
There's no way that there's it's a very violent scene with 6 or 7 rats that get killed.
But also then you see him fighting his way out of the Russian embassy.
Oh, that's true. But still,
and just blasting holes through characters.
Yeah, you're right. The lasers through their heads is a little
and then
bit. But
saying
the Purge...
then saying shit "Oh, I'm not here to take away their
dreams,
their kids. I'm here to take away their parents." Man,
I think the body count is still higher in the Purge episode.
Oh, body count probably was.
I think there's more blood and stuff, but I guess
But the different action things that they did was definitely 10 times more violent.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you think about the B story?
Oh,
the therapy stuff.
So again, like, hey, I talked about this last week that I didn't really want to dive into the now we're all at therapy side of like the divorce thing, and honestly, what we wound up getting was an episode where like Morty and Summer barely do anything funny. I can think of like 2 quotes.
Yeah.
Beth just does the ha 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 ha. I guess. Oh, I'm my dad's daughter. The whole episode routine, and then like I know, guys, he's the punching bag, but like, where's my little Jerry?
Yeah.
There's just no Jerry now.
That's the one ding that I gotta give this episode.
Like, there's just no Jerry. Funny Jerry stuff going on. I mean, the Pickle Rick thing was great, but the B story it almost felt like a C story. Like,
here's the thing, the good like counterpoint to all this is that the less Jerry that we see now, the more we're gonna see him later.
I hope.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
I miss my my punching bag.
What do you think that Susan Sarandon was the voice of
the therapist?
The therapist.
Dude, the therapist was pretty funny.
Yeah, and that she basically got the last word in when talking with Rick.
Dude, she gave Rick like
an absolute tongue lashing.
Excellent, perfect advice.
No, not even advice.
Not advice.
Like talking you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hate me for buying those coins.
Yeah, no, she served as a excellent counterpoint to Rick, and it finally like Rick getting put in his place, after going on this crazy pickle adventure.
I like how like she didn't even like flinch.
No, yeah,
like he kicks in the door with like a rat exoskeleton as like a pickle. She's like, "You must be Rick."
What'd you think of Danny Trejo as Jaguar?
That was so funny. The fact that there's just like this one guy, they get him, he goes loose. Him and Rick have this huge fight where like they lose all contact, and then he calls him in like he's not here, and then it turns out they worked together to both escape permanently.
Yeah, and I like when they were even like fighting and like he was like bandaging himself up.
Oh my god, when Rick uses the tomato juice to purify himself, the mustard as like a salve, and then he puts the extra pickle on and staples it to himself. God, that was so funny.
Man.
Oh my god, is it just all pickle is just the same?
This is Rick and Morty at its best, and this was Rick and Morty
where it's just absolutely crazy and it doesn't apologize for it or even try to explain it. Like it just is a stretch and a reach and a hilarious time.
Now I know that you're not a big fan of this, but I'm pretty sure at this point at here it's a given that the season-long arc is definitely going to be like the whole divorce thing.
I don't know, like I don't think they can keep it for the whole time.
Oh, they definitely can.
Well, it's already uninteresting, so it's not good for them if they do.
Well, here's why it can be interesting. We've seen how Summer has reacted so far in the previous episode.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The more stress that these characters undergo, the better it is for us, because we get to see them do some crazy, terrible shit. I
guess. But this whole Pickle Rick thing would have just happened regardless. Like it wound up being the reason he turned himself into a pickle.
Yeah.
But like it didn't need to be.
It didn't need to be. And like there probably could have been another reason why he was going to do it. But
like everything about the therapy like with the kids was like not funny at all this episode. It wasn't even supposed to be. It wasn't even trying to be.
But I'm fine with that. Like I'm fine with the show not like there are parts where it's not funny because not everything about everything has to be funny.
It should though. I'm watching a comedy. I hate when comedies take themselves too seriously.
It's gotta be both. You gotta have that healthy balance.
Well, there can be a healthy balance where it's all silly. It's like season 1 and 2.
Look, the way that the show was framed, you're caring more about Jerry, aren't you?
No, I'm not liking what they do to Jerry, which is like what everybody else is liking about. Like I don't like how much of a punching bag he's being made, and like other people are like, this is hilarious. This is what I like the most about. Like you're like, oh, I love the most about Jerry that like is so shitty for him that this dog even mugged him and it's funny. And I'm like, no, I feel literally bad. I'm not like, ha. But
that's good that you feel bad for him. That's good because when he comes back later, it's gonna be like a redemption arc for him.
Yeah, but I mean, now like we've just taken 5 characters and made them not funny, so that we can have a redemption arc later.
Could be worth it.
A little rough.
Could be worth it.
A little rough.
Anyway, overall, what's your score for this episode? What would you say? How many pickles?
See, the thing that I hate is there's no Rick and Morty episode that's ever going to get lower. Like, if I hated it, it's going to be like, oh, garbage episode, 6 pickles out of 10.
Yeah.
And I feel like I give out too many 8s, so we're going to give this one a 9 pickles. 9 pickles out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, that's about where I'm
going to leave the pickle arc was perfect. The bee story left a lot to be desired. That's why I'm not going higher.
Okay. I mean, I thought that they were both great. Admittedly, though, I do love when Summer and Morty are on adventures and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I totally understand within the context of the episode why they couldn't really be.
Like, it was a little funny that they, like, were like, hey, the therapist actually really worked out, and we would like to go back. And the mom and dad both kind of, like, or mom and Rick, like, agree that they didn't need it, even though it kind of helped them, but that's their style. Yeah. To be like, yeah, we didn't need it, so fuck that, we're never going back. The kids are like, we think that helped. We like that. Which is pretty funny. But that was the extent of, like, them trying to make jokes. Besides Morty, like, just not being impressed with the fact that Rick turned himself into a pickle. Yeah. I love where it's like, what do you guys think is in the syringe? They're like, pickle juice. Like, or pickle, anti-pickle serum.
Anti-pickle
or whatever
serum,
they all say at the same time. So funny. And then does anybody think that it's not anti-pickle serum?
She's almost raises her hand.
Beth, your arm did a little thing there. It's just... It was like I like how they handled the cliche therapist role, at least.
What's funny is that the therapist's name is Dr. Wong, but she was absolutely voiced by white Susan Sarandon. So, like, apparently they wanted to get, like, an Asian person to voice this person. But then Susan Sarandon got in touch with them and apparently claims to be a fan of the show, when in reality it's probably like one of her sons is a fan of the show. Or something. And she wanted to voice a character, so they gave it to her, and Beth basically references this by saying racist name.
That's a really racist name. Yeah.
So
it's pretty funny. But anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep, let us know what you think.
Of course. How many pickles
would you give this episode? Let us know in the comments. And you can follow us on social media on our
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And we have been active on those things.
Yes.
There's pictures on our Instagram. There's memes on our Facebook. Head on out there. Interact.
We don't sound desperate at all.
We're not even a little desperate.
Yep. Yes.
Like our stuff.
Please love us.
Please.
Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And join us for
9 pickles.
Join us for next week's episode.
Next Monday, Mancave Monday at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
See you there.
Peace out.
Have a good one. Thanks for coming into the cave.